Howdy guys, welcome back to some more All Will Fall. Uh, just felt like streaming, didn't know what else to stream, so I figured I'd stream some more of this. And I figured we'd get off of the tutorial area and, try out one of this new area, Random Town. Completely new place where we could start again, Captain. It seems we have some kind of strange building sticking out of the water. Who knows what it does? Sick. Sounds like fun. Interesting. So, um, yeah, hi guys. This isn't gonna be anything more than a chill stream where I talk and just kind of vibe. Um, this is quite the interesting setup. I just got done playing with my cats, which I wish wasn't as annoying as it ends up being, as mean as that sounds. My cats can be really annoying. Because one of them, Molly, she's an amazing kitty, don't get me wrong. She has this bad habit of whenever my other cat, Dottie, wants to play, she gets real butthurt. She gets real butthurt. And she doesn't want to play anymore. And then she bugs me over and over, why don't you play? It's like, well, you didn't want to play because you were upset that the other kitty started playing. And so here we are. And I'm not going to play with you. I am busy. And so I just got done playing with them again. And I will say it's really interesting seeing like the hunting habits of different cats come out when you play with them. Whereas Molly is more of an active, takes more of an active role. Dottie prefers more to kind of just sit and wait until something stops moving, and then relies on her speed to like quickly surprise her quote unquote prey. It's really adorable. But yeah, no, my I love my kitties, but they're definitely very obnoxious at most times. Oh, there's a lot going on here. Is this metal junk? I don't even know what this is. Interesting. Interesting as twisting. More stuff. So we need to make some storage. Make some food storage here. I don't really know what we're a little vertically challenged here. So, and as much as I hate building ladders, we're gonna have to build ladders. I mean, it's a good starting point anyway. Shouldn't be upset about the...
completed. And only one person lost a finger this time.
I'm so sick of that joke. Ugh. Anyway. Anybody watching any good anime lately? There's been some bangers that have been coming out. Jujutsu Kaisen's second season? Third season? Second? I think it's the second season, right? Hold on. So the second or the third? Third season, sorry. That was a banger. I loved it. And I'm sure a lot of other people did too, considering all the memes that came out of it. Yeah, I know I need to build this stuff, but where are we gonna build it? We're in some... The space is weird. The space is weird. What's this? We know you are capable of making good decisions. We know you should, Captain, have a better idea. Instead, we should don't listen to those fools. We must blah 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 blah. Interesting. Honestly, that's yeah. Everybody shut up. Everybody shut up. We will do what I need us to do. We ain't gonna complain about it because I know what's best. I'm not gonna get you all killed for certain. We're gonna build a fishing hut. No, we're not because we don't have that researched. Right. Oh, starting from the beginning is weird. Gotta build a lab. Oh, there's just no good place. This is all awkward space, man. I don't like any of the options I have for... Let's get that deconstructed. Where do I build, man? Being indecisive already. Oh yeah, I need to build the water storage. So I think it's good to have the water manufacturing on the top because we'll have those rain collectors and the sun collectors and whatnot eventually. That's precarious looking. Alright, so everybody is complaining about homes.
Construction completed.
But
Wait, what are we building again?
that's a great question. You know, I don't really know. I don't know. Honestly, I don't mind that. Let's build that like that. They have access to it. Doesn't look half bad. And it'll act as kind of like a structural support, to be perfectly honest. Or it should. Don't know if that's how that would work, but interesting. I guess I can't look at that right now. It's fine. So assign some engineers. We need to get working on a reliable source of water. Actually, we should look into the woodcatcher first. Because once this wood is up, then that's really all. That's it. And then we can't research anything. We're screwed. So we need to get a woodcatcher first and foremost. Make sure that... Why is this popping up now? But we do need to start thinking about where we want people's homes. Can we make... Yes, we can make explosives. Put the explosives right there. And right there. And another one right here. Blow that all up. Open the space up. And I guess we can start making the homes down here somewhere. There's a lot of stuff in the way of where I'd like to build other stuff, which isn't that great. I'm really bad when it comes to like speaking about other things beyond gameplay because I don't know what topics people are going to be interested in. I can only talk about my life and all that and the futility of job hunting, which I don't really think anybody really wants to hear about, to be perfectly honest. just is what it is.
Time to relax and think about tomorrow's work.
Let's see. Start building some houses, I guess. In this space? Yeah, that works. Man, that's real close, but I think they really got to worry about space here. I think that should be enough for them to be able to work with. I mean, they can fit in there to build, so I imagine they can fit in there to get inside and whatnot. Oh my god, that was people talking inside their houses. That freaked me out for a second there. I was like, what the fuck is that sound?
Building completed.
Alright, so food is becoming a bit of a problem very quickly. We have some water resources over here that we can grab, assuming I can build a proper bridge. I don't know if we have the... Why can't I put this where I want to put it? Alright, so that's not gonna support. That's good. Build some short stairs. Bang. Now we have access to this island over here. Man, I need to blow up a lot of stuff. I don't have the fuel for it, though. Which is awkward, because they can't get to this water source right here. Otherwise, I guess I can build a platform here. And that should do it. Oh no, you're without a house, huh? Oh, you know, real estate is... Oh. Kaboom. And kaboom. Get some more of those resources. Open up the space a little bit more. So I don't think it's going to allow me to build up here, yeah, until that gets destroyed, which I'm not capable of doing right now. Until I get something that can destroy metal. But I can't... I could build on top here. Really maximizing the space, I think, is going to be super important. Yeah, it's not going to work like that, but this will work like this. Bang. I think that looks nice-ish. No, for a post-apocalyptic living space. You gotta get what you can. So 2, 4. I think that's enough housing for everybody, correct? No, I'm missing one house. Just had to build it right here.
Construction completed. Up, everyone, up!
So it does look like food is going to be our biggest challenge here. As I'm not seeing anything that's a deposit of food. Which is indeed a problem. That's just junk. It's a pile of metal. Useful eventually, but not now. More junk. Shoot! I mean, the wood collector is very important, but God, we need to get a source of food going immediately. We have plenty of sources of water for now, so I'm not too worried about that. Mysterious structure. It looks like a radio antenna, if you were to ask me. So let's see, where do we... So first off, let's get to researching some good old fucking... good old fucking fishing hut. Put the woodcatcher over here, I guess. Over here where, though? Would it fit in there? It would. I think that's where I'd like to put it. Because eventually we're going to have to build out over here to this structure over here. That's going to get in the way of the woodcatcher, so I think if we can get rid of... God, I'm having to spend so much fuel on this one. Gotta make sure not to blow up the water here. Because we need that. Quite a bit. So we have about one more day's worth of food. Which should... The fuck just fell? What the hell? Water will be the next... Alright. It's so weird when it doesn't disappear, because I still think it's there, but it's not there. Put that right there. Should be a good spot. And we can put the fishing hut on the other side of this. It's another structure with... What is that, a tree? That is a tree. It's an underwater tree. I don't think these kinds of trees really... I mean, they seem to be thriving, so who am I to say? That's going to be a pain to look through all the time.
Building completed.
It's also going to be kind of a pain to build over there. I mean, I guess we do have quite a bit of structure between there. We'll get a little bit of look when low tide happens of what exactly we will be capable. What?
Listen, mate. New buildings available.
Uh-huh. Thank you. Hold on. Pause, please. We know what you are capable of making a good decision, but there is here is what we think we should do right now. Captain, wait, I have a better... Oh my god, with this again? Seriously? So, stockpiling food or stockpiling water. Or I could just tell them to shut up. Well, stockpiling food, I think, is going to be the bigger priority here. And we did just get the fishing hut. So get that built. Assign somebody to this. We'll assign a worker to it. And on that note, get the wood boiler starter researched. as much as I would like to build out to this, I don't see any real benefit to doing it at the moment. Nothing out there really worth getting.
Construction completed.
One of the questions is, what are we going to see when low tide hits? I can honestly build down here. The tide isn't high enough to where they're going to be too upset about coming down here. Start getting these resources taken care of. Can build explosives, get to those. Put another worker on this. I would like to get my sailors on their boats eventually. Because getting a lot of these drifting resources is very helpful. And again, water's not... I guess we ran out of that resource, so water is going to start becoming a problem soonish here. I don't know how much this has left out of it. I don't know what this number's about. Layer index. Okay, sure. I don't know what that's about. Definitely put this here to strengthen that structure a little bit. Don't understand why that's like that. You got this... Sure, though. Whatever. Not my place, I guess. It does bug me, though. It's like, I don't know why these are... The red... the red doesn't make sense to me, man. I mean, that kind of makes sense to me. But... that is kind of what it is.
New buildings available.
Oh, thank God. Thank goodness. Alright, so what's next? What's next on the agenda? Probably a demolition hut to be... or a crane, because this is a rather tall structure. We could probably honestly get a good bit of gathering out of cranes. Especially right here. Yeah, let's go for cranes. As much as I like boats, I want to try something different. Demolition huts would also be helpful, but I think at the moment we've cleared a lot of the necessary stuff out of the way already, that it's not quite as helpful as it could be. I don't know what this connection socket is about. Again, I don't really understand why this has so much stress on it when this is built to be rather... both sides are very well supported. I don't really understand. I am curious if I built this as just a standard pathway, would that give it... would that be better? I'd like this guy to get the fuck out of the way so I could do that. See ya, bud. I don't think he dies. Just respawns somewhere else. So is that better? Not necessarily. But from what I just kind of understood, what I can do here is do something like that. Which is even worse. Oh, whoops. Definitely as if... See, I don't understand why that turns red then. This shouldn't be... These itty-bitty little things shouldn't be putting that much stress on that structure. Now this is red for some fucking reason. I don't understand, man. It's been hit by some drifting wood. Good. Yeah, let's grab it.
Listen, mate. As long as you say it with confidence, people will believe that you're right.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Sure. Honestly, I think I need to stop looking at the structural integrity thing because I think it's just going to lead me astray more than anything. I don't want to put that directly over there. I don't want the pollution. Huh. What is it? Metal vents. Interesting. So is it suggesting that the pollution could spread through the vents? It might be suggesting that, which is quite the interesting mechanic. And if that's how that's going to be, then putting it here, or even right here, honestly. Get it high up. You make sure the pollution's not going to be a problem. Oh. I see, we can't access a lot of this. Interesting. I didn't realize we had so many resources right here that are not being gathered because they can't get to them. I don't know if that's going to destroy that. Let's see what happens. In the worst case scenario is it does destroy it, it's just fuel.
Time to relax and to think about tomorrow's work.
It did destroy it. Again, just fuel. I'm not super worried about it. Need a more... Right, we got the crane. Still not producing enough food. Again, I think this does come down to the distance traveled thing. Yeah, I need to lessen the distance. They're not needing to climb up ladders. Oh my god. Really? We're gonna be difficult about this. There we go. Bring this down as well. Oh, it's not registering any food because I'm moving those. I was about to say, Alright, y'all need to wake up and fucking build that shit. Oh, come on.
What a beautiful morning. Okay, time to work.
The hell?
completed.
Thank you.
And only one person lost a finger this time.
Funny every time. So I don't think that's going to destroy that. Or at least I hope it doesn't. It doesn't say it will, but it might. Oh, yeah. We don't need to risk it. Don't need to risk it. I want a crane here. Interesting that I didn't do double railing on both, but whatever. So I guess they can't build in the water, is what I'm gathering from that. Did I build this the right way? I think the door is over here. I think it's got doors on both sides. I don't know.
Building completed.
Yeah. Okay, so it's... I guess the entryway is here. This is just so they can see what's going on. Weird. Still don't know what I need to research. I guess we should start researching into leisure. And probably putting up another fishing hut would be beneficial. Beneficial. I'm not happy with myself with that joke, but you know, I made it and we're here now and we got to deal with what I said, so. Let's see. I guess the issue is getting in the way of everything else, which is what I'm afraid of for like future expansion or anything like that. For now, we can build one right there. That's going to start getting us quite a good bit of deal of material.
Construction complete.
Let's go ahead and build another storage over here so they don't have to go nearly as far. I don't know if we're going to make that quota, Chief. I may have overpromised here. So we're definitely not making it over to this structure until the tide, not the tide, but the sea level drops. But even then, I don't even think we're going to be able to interact with it because the sea level is definitely not going to drop lower than the tide drops. I think the sea level always drops like 3 meters. The tide drops around 4 meters. So we're going to have even less of that in the grand scheme of things, but it's fine. God, we still can't catch enough to... Why is production on these fucking so low? So putting a crane out here would be beneficial. It's just a matter of the resources needed to get over there. I'd have to get rid of this. And I don't know if I could build a structure. I don't know if I have the support capabilities to get me over there. Honestly, a watchtower to boost the efficiency of those buildings would be good. Let's get a boat going. Man, this area is huge. You can see why the other area was just a tutorial building between 4 giant skyscrapers. Honestly, I like this a lot more because there's far more like structural capabilities that I can. What the? Is this a trade? What am I looking at here? What are these supposed to be? I don't even know what those are attached to. I don't know. I don't think that's a train. I don't know what those are supposed to be. Weird. Weird, weird, weird. Jeez. But yeah, there's a lot going on that the tide has kind of given us a sneak peek of. We got a lot of expansion capabilities here. What the hell is this? Locked entrance. Requires power to open. Again, I just don't see how I'd be able to make... Until the next tide drops, I don't see how I'd be able to make something structurally integral enough to be able to build out over here. It is what it is. I think this crane's going to be putting in a lot of work over here. Still no, like, piles of food, which is a bit unfortunate, but that is what it is. Our food income is gaining a little bit, which is good. Good, very good. I'm trying to think of what to build next is the issue here. Maybe some more housing, because we're definitely going to be having some people move in soon. This deal right here does kind of concern me. It says it's very structurally sound. The more we build here, though, the more this is going to end up becoming not so structurally safe.
Construction completed.
I think we're fine with just 2 houses at the moment because I've not seen a scenario where... Nice. Alright, so now we gotta determine where we want the dock. What? It's better than nothing, but these houses aren't that great for living in. One of the leaders would like us to use some of our resources for home improvement. Yeah, the unfortunate thing about that is I don't have a lot in the way. Maybe I could try building some roofs. See if that helps. The influence gain would be nice, but getting a little bit more happiness from... I think this is a small price to pay.
A pretty normal decision under pretty unusual circumstances.
Oh, there's another locked entrance. Or, oh, it's a valuable crate. Alright. There's a lot more... There's quite a few new resources that they're introducing to me in this not tutorial area, so that's kind of cool.
Chop chop, people. It's time to work.
Yeah, so the tide is going to rise. Still need to figure out where I'm going to be putting my dock. Could put it right here. I think getting rid of that is a higher priority. Open this area up. I think putting the dock right here would make a lot of sense. We need to start giving our sailors something to do. I do think that the distance it takes for these... why are we not emptying this out? What's going on? Come on, people. We got shit we need to do. I guess it is pretty early in the morning. They were all eating, is what I'm assuming was going on there. But yeah, I think the distance it takes for these to get into the water also influences the time it takes to fill them up. So when the tide rises, I'll have to check to see if this timer changes. I'm assuming that's meaning it takes 4 in-game hours to produce the resource. What? Oh, hi. Yes, we do need as many people as possible. Getting some influence would be nice, giving me some more breathing space. So that's more workers, which is great. We got a lot of floating refuse, which is going to get in the way of... I need you to get rid of this, man. That's where I want my dock. That's where I want my dock. Does not seem to be influencing the time frame at all. It's kind of a bummer. Weird. I don't understand the structure mechanics in this game at all. It's like trying to... So it's being influenced way below down there. Not really much I can do about it, though. Maybe if I reinforce the base?
New buildings available.
Nope, that didn't do anything. Alright. Still not producing enough water. Maybe because I have not assigned anybody to do so. Whoops. I forgot that was a thing I needed to do. That is my bad. Getting a fishing boat would definitely help. We got a lot of like open area to sail and gather resources, so I imagine that a good deal of fishing opportunities will pop up. Yeah, I don't think... Interesting. So there's not like a half building that I can do with when it comes to the do that, try to keep the water away from the top of this. It's not really much else I can do about it except like building, I guess technically building supports on top of it. I want to know what I don't understand. I don't understand why streaming gets to be like so exhausting. Like I sit down to stream, suddenly like all my energy just and I don't get it. Get them sailors to work. Yeah.
As long as you say it with confidence, people will believe that you are right. Am I right? Construction completed.
What's this? That is quite the time frame we're looking at there. Alright, so the boat's getting to work. Soon we'll be able to make a fishing boat. Start being able to process these fishing spots, which will be good. Crane's doing its job. The hell just fell? Not being able to orchestrate my thoughts as well as I used to be able to is also not great. I gotta say, like, I feel like these days trying to properly think is incredibly difficult for me. I could not tell you why. Could not even begin to understand why that is, but it just is the way I am. And I understand streaming something more exciting would probably be a bit more appealing, but This is just kind of what I'm feeling right now.